Hello friends, we are going to look at a place called Cantaro in Trinidad, an island in the Caribbean. That's it on the map there. It's within the Santa Cruz area. Santa Cruz is a valley. Cantaro is made famous for many things, but especially for Brian Lara, who is a famous cricketer. That's the area where I'll be covering, right on the main road, Cantaro Extension Road. I know some of you might be thinking I'm covering the whole of Cantaro. No, this is a very different video. I'm recording a very small area beginning here in the most unusual place. Can you guess where I am? That's right, I'm in the river. Listen to the background songs of the birds. There are so many birds here. And I just rest the camera near to the river so you could hear them. Now, before the age of the internet, computers and whatnot, one of the pastimes of our youth was to simply go by the river, see what was in there, see the water flow, meet your friends, whatever. That was Caribbean life back then. Now the river is clear. You don't see anybody except for the birds. This is more like a reflective video, remembering the past and the things that you used to do. One of the things that I like about nature is just simply watching it and hearing it. It's very relaxing. Let's take a minute and do that. Now that large retaining wall on the left there, that is a residential area. And the background sounds of the vehicles passing is because I'm near a road, Cantaro Extension Road. I was actually waiting for somebody on the day I was here and decided to record this part of Cantaro. This is what a typical river that passes near homes looks like. You can look around, see the bamboo, hear the birds. If you like bird watching, Trinidad is a tremendous opportunity for that. So many different varieties of birds, bird songs, clusters. It's a bird watching paradise in my opinion. And it's in any area, really. I mean, there are certain areas you can go to where there are more birds that gather. For instance, the botanical gardens. Or as it's known, the Royal Botanic Gardens. But basically, anywhere you go, there are lots of birds. We're passing under the bridge. So hear the songs. Now, I bet you saw the poster of this video and the title, Cantaro, and you thought, oh, I want to see this house or that house. I bet you're surprised where I started, right? This is all part of Cantaro. A place where probably a lot of the kids in the area probably have seen more than the adults. There are certain varieties of fish, freshwater fish, that often are in the river. Some of them are called wapine or common fish. Sometimes you can see them, but they almost camouflage because they look the same color as the surroundings and the water. It's a very clear color, not anything colorful. Again, like I said, this is a reflective video. Maybe this is one of the things that you used to do when you were a kid. Can you see the fishes trying to get away? Notice, as I said, they're almost the same color as the surroundings. If this is something that you used to do in your youth, feel free to comment in the comments area of this video. Let us know. Cantaro, that is actually an instrument famous in South America. I don't know if I've actually seen one being used, readily used. But that's where what the name Cantaro means. It's a bit steep to get up here. I don't recommend going down into rivers, especially if you're alone by yourself. It's an unusual bird. Very long beak. It was studying me a lot as I was there. Probably not used to the traffic that I was making. And now you can actually see the houses and the surroundings. That's the Cantaro Extension Road. That way would take you to the main road, which would take you either deeper into Santa Cruz or down to a place called San Juan. The time period of this video is around 7:30 in the morning. Now you can see where I was at the start of this video. You can still hear the birds going. Those of you who have lived in Cantaro would have probably used this road to go towards San Juan at some point or the other, and would have passed here, but probably did not pick up on the amount of detail within it. Another thing we do in our youth is investigate. You know, when you're in your vehicle or you're just walking by, you just see green, but maybe there's something within the green. And you know, as curious children, you would always look and see. Possibly go to places where you should not be. Now, in case you're wondering, yes, I do go up Cantaro Extension Road, and you will see more of the houses and streets. For now, I'm just covering the green of this area, this immediate area that I'm in. And unfortunately, this has seemed to be used like some sort of dumping ground. This is all part of Trinidad, huh? It's the part that not many will show because they always focus on the tourist areas and the popular areas. But this is what you would see if you just simply ventured out to a random area. And unfortunately, trash, the dumping of items and stuff, is very commonplace. There's, sorry to say, little respect for nature by some. And it's just unfortunate because the country is very beautiful. The nature, the biodiversity, but there's some that just don't care. I like how the leaves of the bamboo fall because they make this kind of whizzing sound sometimes, and they don't fall straight down, they take an angle. In case you don't know, I have other videos with about areas within Santa Cruz that you can take a look at. For instance, there's a video I have on La Pastora settlement. One on Berg Malatris. I like to see the formation of trees. Plants. Whereas for some people this might be boring, for me it's quite interesting. Not the actual layout itself, but just looking at how things are structured in an area, whether it be naturally or man-made. So this road would take you deeper into Santa Cruz. This is facing north. And that's facing south. That would take you to San Juan. Across there is a well-established manor. And in here is just a lot of overgrowth. Some of it looks like cocoa plantations that could use some pruning or whatever. A lot of cocoa is grown in this area. And that looks like a scary sidewalk. Somebody could fall in there, get hurt. And that's a bougainvillea. It's a beautiful plant that grows naturally. But now, because it's ornamental, people sometimes have to pay for it. Although I believe you can use cuttings for it. Again, watching infrastructure. Look at this sidewalk. Looks like they could do some work up here. I guess nobody walks on these pavement sidewalks because it's just not maintained, not seen about. That's an unfortunate part of things within the country. While things might be built up, it's not maintained. Maintenance is a big problem in Trinidad. Maintenance of an area and so forth. Usually people might come out of here to catch a taxi or whatever. Mostly PH cars travel here, but there are H cars. You need to be careful because this area is a bit isolated. As you can see too, there needs to be roadworks, lots of potholes and whatnot in the road. This is another community. When I do a more full drive-by, then you can see all of it. As you can see, the road here can be quite busy at times. Sometimes it will go very quiet and then other times be very busy. Right, so let's get to the part that I'm sure most of you want to see. I'm going to walk up this road into the residential area so you can have a look. And again, I really did not plan to make a video of this immediate area. I just happened to be waiting for somebody and thought, why not? Let's make an unusual video about this part of Cantaro. This is probably the quieter part of Cantaro, by the way. Cantaro itself can be quite busy, lots of houses, lots of movement and so forth. We'll get to that in another video. Again, this is more of a reflective video. Maybe you've walked here before. Seen some of these places that I'm seeing. The mountain range here is very nice to look at. As I said, Santa Cruz is a valley, so it's basically surrounded by mountains at every turn. The mountains themselves are not particularly high, and people don't actually build very much on the mountain itself, or at least not high up. This is the bridge where we started out, and we're gonna keep going, heading. This would be heading west now. So if you ever lived in this area or drove through here, this is what everything looks like now. From the perspective of the main road, I won't be going down each individual street. There's sort of a triangle area. We'll reach up to there. Let's have a look around. And like I said in another video, I will more extensively cover Cantaro. Like everything else in Trinidad, certain streets might have a cluster of nice homes, and then other streets not. On the left, that's called a mini mart. Some people refer to it as a parlor. That's like each community has its like local 7-Eleven, if you want to call it that. A place where you can get snacks, drinks, you know, quick stuff. Nothing extensive. Usually people will do it out of their home, so they will have their regular home, and then attached to their home is that little outlet or parlor where they sell goods. The other thing that's unique to Trinidad, or maybe not unique, but that we do have here, maybe other places have it, is that there are always business places attached to people's homes as well, or a residential area may have within it many business places, so it's not quite just a residential area but commercial as well. I like this hedge. It needs to be trimmed, but the flowers are nice. It's a mixture of flowers, hibiscus and whatnot. Although you didn't see any hibiscus there because they weren't blooming. So this is an example on the right, for instance, where those were residential houses and they converted it into commercial properties right there. You also get an idea of the kind of houses that are within these areas. And in Trinidad altogether, because a lot of houses in Trinidad look like this. While most people will focus on just the good looking houses, the fancy houses, on JB's Man Cave I pick up the raw. So you see it as it is. So another small river here, leading into the big one that you saw earlier. This is the triangle I was talking about. Takes you deeper into the communities. Cantaro is big enough that I would not be able to walk around it. It's just huge. It would take me all day. So at this triangle, this is where I will be stopping today. Like I said, this is an unusual video, not the typical video that I would normally do. But maybe this means something for people who have come from Cantaro or passed through Cantaro and wanted to see a bit of what it's like. At least the unusual side. So tell me what you think in the comments area of my YouTube channel. Do you like seeing the things that nobody else would take on? Or do you rather focus on all the things that people readily expect to see? Or maybe a mixture of both? Tell me. Make sure to subscribe, it's free. Like, share with your friends. Let them know about JB's Man Cave.